Well, good morning. This is Wander on day 217 of my Appalachian Trail journey. I'm here at Katahdin Ironworks Road. Brother John has just dropped me off. I got 2 days on trail before I get picked up over at Joe Mary Road. So I've got a longish day today, close to 17 miles over a lot of mountains. Hopefully I can make it that far. Make for a shorter day tomorrow. And I think the campsite is better where I want to go. So it's quite a drive up here, and in a half mile I got a river crossing that I got to wade through. So in a half mile I got to undo everything and change shoes and put them on water shoes and do that. So anyhow, it is almost 6:30. So because of where we're at, a little later getting started, but I think we'll be okay. So that being said, I'll bring you back when I got something to share. Here's a road sign. White Cap Mountain, I got to cross that today at the end. The last mountain I got to cross, but this west branch of the Pleasant River, half mile, that's where I got to wade across. All right, here I am at this Pleasant River. I think that's what it's called anyhow. I've got to go across there. They put a nice bench here for you to change your shoes on. We are all changed and ready to head across. It had a lot of rain last night, but it doesn't appear to have affected the river level any, or the flow. So they said it was pretty mild, and it appears to be the case. Looks like straight across may be the best. The river may be a little cooler than the other rivers I've crossed. Not substantially so, but just a little bit. Skeeters buzzing all above the water here. Doesn't appear to be too many deep pockets. If any, I got one right here in front of me. A little deeper, but not bad. Oops. Rock to get around. There's another big rock there. Should have my Polaroid sunglasses on so I can see the river bottom without the reflection interfering, but oops, I don't want to stand on that. That looks like a good way to slip off. Try not to stand on rocks, the big rocks, because I'm sure as shooting you'll get there, and as soon as you shift your weight, you'll slip off to the side and go down. Okay, let's see. And we are crossed. Alright, so we get up here, change back into my boots, and we'll be on our way. Alright, river crossing is done. Uneventful there, as you've seen. And now we're back on the trail. They lull you into a false sense of nice trail. A lot of these trails at the very beginning, they're real cruisy before they turn rocky and rooty. So, but I'll enjoy it while I can. I'll make some speed while I can. And then we'll slow down to granny gear as we hit the tough spots. Oh, so I don't know what you got recorded. Look at Katahdin Baxter Peak, 83.9. White Cap, 11.1. I got to head over that today. Some other markers here. All right, let's go this way. You're entering the Hermitage, one of the few undisturbed old-growth white pine stands remaining in New England, and one of Maine's 14 natural wonder landmarks. No camping, no fires in Hermitage. All right, let's see this old pine forest. Something about they preserved these way back when, these pine trees for British sailing masts, so they didn't allow anybody to cut them. So there are definitely some tall trees here. I don't know how far this thing goes, but this Hermitage, it'll be neat to see. That's an example of one of them. No, the base of it looks kind of narrow, so maybe that's a newer one. And there's some tall ones here for sure. All right, here's a little water feature for you. Nice little stream coming down that I've got to get across on wet rocks. So let's go slow and make it happen. All right, another marker. Gulf Haggis Trails, Appalachian Trail. Make a 90 to the right, turn here. And looks like we're, the Gulf. Anyhow, came to another junction of the trail. And Carl Newhall lean-to, 3.5 miles. I think I gotta get water there. Got a nice little stream down there going by. Been following the trail for quite a while. Well, I gotta cross under this bad boy. Oh, wait a minute. I think I can go around. I see a path. Let's do that. Alright, so I just crossed this little stream here. Came down from there. And the trail goes up that way and starts climbing. But anyhow, I need to stop and get some water here real quick. And then I'll be on my way. Okay, so I just topped out at the top of Gulf Haggis Mountain. I don't see any signs. Per usual, I mean, usually there's signs, I'm saying, but I don't see any. But according to marker, that's where I'm at. So that's the first of, I think, 3 or 4 mountains I got to cross today. Oh, here's a sign up here. As usual, it's a false summit. You think you're at the top, but you're not. There we go. Gulf Haggis Mountain, 2683 feet. All right, more to conquer today. I thought I'd bring you along as I walk down these steps. Got a ways to go down there. Been climbing since past the campsite down there, and it's a kind of it's almost say gentle, but I mean it's making me breathe hard for sure, but it's relatively flat. And somebody I passed said something about a tote road after Logan Brook shelter. And at points, this thing looked like an old forest road, wide enough for a vehicle. It's closing in now, but farther down below there, it's like, okay, is this what this was? Because it's very gentle, no rock climbs, scrambles, or drops. So I don't know what a tote road is for sure, but it continues on up. I can see it ahead. Now I get to climb some of these rocks too, these steps. Okay, just made it to West Peak, elevation 3181. Down here for a little while. Got a junction in the road here. And see, all that stuff is behind me. None of that stuff is I'm going to down that way. So the trail turns. And we got a little campsite there, maybe a trail, I don't know. Okay, Whitecap Mountain, 1.1, Logan Brook Lean-To, 2.5, that's my first option. West Branch Ponds Road, I don't know where that's at. But, so minimum of 2.5 yet today. And it's 12, it's almost 1 o'clock. So 2.5 miles to get to that campsite, and I think it's 3.6 to the next one, so we'll see what I decide when I get to Logan Brook Lean-To. Just give you an idea what I'm dealing with. I started way down there out of sight. Still climbing. Gotta go up there past those rocks, going up to White Top Mountain, which is, I don't know how far away it is, 11.5, I don't know. It's getting close. Closer. So I just came out semi-open on my way up to Whitecap. Thought I'd bring it on for a little bit. Whitecap is the last of the 4 peaks that I have to go over today. I missed number 3. Went up and over it. Didn't realize that I passed it until I started down. And I've been so concentrated on my feet placement that I didn't see the signs. So, but I wasn't going to go around the back just to see the sign. So, oh well. It's still there if anybody wants to go and see it. So Whitecap Mountain is the last, I think the last of the mountains that I have to climb on this journey. Something like that. I know there's some little bumps in the road on the next few days, but I don't know if they classify as a mountain or not. Though I do think I've seen a mountain assigned to one of them, but it didn't look like it was very big. Maybe it was a mountain wannabe. Okay, I think we're here. All right, Whitecap Mountain, 3644 elevation. And I think I go that way now. They say that this is the, in a clear day you can see Katahdin from here. So I'm guessing that kind of resembles it right there. That little hump right there. Because you got the flatlands, you got the climb going up. Right. Let's see if I can get my stick in there. Right there's the climb coming up to the flatlands, and that's the peak right there. This other hump here don't count. I don't know what that is. But anyhow, good views today. Let me zoom back out and let you see all this. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we've got a sign that says viewpoint and viewpoint. Okay, look at here, we got a little bench. In memory of Ross Grounder Mitchell. Okay, let's look at this view. There's something. Well, this is the Logan Brook lean-to. Let me back off a little bit. Logan Brook lean-to. Right there. You got water pointing down that way, and I can hear a stream down there. I don't see any white blazes for the AT, but I think it's this way. Alright, you got Logan Brook Road and East Branch lean-to, 3.6 miles. That's where I'm headed, down this way. Oh, and they got a sign for a privy up here, so I guess if you got to take care of business, that's the place to do it. I did see the privy coming down. It seemed like it was a good distance away from the shelter, but I guess that's where you put it where you can. All right. Now, somebody in the comments said that after Logan Brook lean-to, this trail gets real cruisy. So I'm going to hold him to it, because I want this next 3.6 miles to be very cruisy. It's right now it's 10:30, or excuse me, 2:38 in the afternoon, and 3.6 miles to go. If I did 2 miles an hour, yeah, I'm gonna, maybe I'll be in before 5 o'clock. We'll see. All right, here's a little bridge for us. Oh, kind of bouncy. All right. Then mud holes. Fortunately, they give us rocks to walk on. All right, I've got less than 2 miles to go for the day till I get to East Brook lean-to. I think that's the name. Well, that's nice. Somebody cut down this tree, or the tree fell. But yeah, this is fairly recent. There's still sawdust all over the ground. So thanks to the crew that takes care of this one. That would have been a bear to try to get around. Looks like I'm getting close. A lot of open area here. And I think at the privy, though it's kind of big, but there's open space behind it, though I don't want to camp that close to the privy. Let's see what we got up here. Got a little small building, looks like a privy, but yeah, it's a handicap accessible privy over there. And that looks like an old privy. Probably not used anymore. Don't know if I detect privy in the air or not, but okay. This would be a bit of a walk to get to the privy. Looks like I see the shelter. East Branch lean-to. Alright. I'm going to sign off and find me a place to set up my hammock because my day is done.